Nikki Bella paved the way for women's wrestling, and that is why we would like to take the time to recognize her in this mini documentary. Born in San Diego, California, Stephanie Nicole Garcia, or better known as Nikki Bella, was raised in Scottsdale, Arizona on a farm. She is also an older sister to her twin, Brie. Nikki was an avid soccer player, playing in high school and college. She played soccer for 11 years and was a part of the Olympic Development Program. Nikki was known to have an aggressive style while playing soccer and played as a sweeper. A sweeper is a defensive player. Nikki would have been placed behind all the other players and acted as a last line of defense. Nikki helped her team win a championship in soccer. She was considering a move to Italy to become a pro league soccer player, but before that, she had an injury, which came between being a soccer player and going down a different route. So Nikki, along with her twin sister Brie, decided to participate in the 2006 WWE Divas search. Neither twin was chosen as winners this year, but WWE decided to hire them in 2007, and they trained in developmental in Florida. The twins made their first ever WWE debut in 2008 on SmackDown, and that was only just the beginning. At first, it was only Brie Bella that went out and competed in the matches. Nikki Bella would hide underneath the square circle and would pop out to perform twin magic, having them switch out and help her sister finish. This didn't last long though, as eventually, during a match with Victoria and Natalia, they both got pulled out from underneath the ring, which ended the twin magic just for a little while. From then on after, she would compete in a tag team with her sister Brie, and they did matches together. In 2009, the twins had an on-screen relationship with both Carlito and Primo. John Morrison and The Miz were in a match against Carlito and Primo to win a date with the Bella twins as they were fighting over them. The Bellas, though, were unable to choose which tag team they wanted to be with. Nikki got her first ever singles match in March of that year, and her first opponent was none other than her sister Brie, since she turned on her in the midst of the two tag team guys fighting over them. Nikki went on to defeat Brie. Nikki was then drafted to Raw in May of that year, and at the end of June of that year, the Bellas both were drafted to ECW. The Bellas didn't make another appearance on Raw until October of that year, where they had occasional matches. The Bellas began to perform twin magic again in January of 2010. In August of 2010, the twins announced they would be on season 3 of NXT, mentoring Jamie. Nikki became a heel, defeating Naomi for kicking Brie in the face during a match and challenging AJ Lee. In November of 2010, the twins fought over their love interest, Daniel Bryan. Bryan eventually made the twins make up, and they began to manage him together. In January of 2011, the twins would begin a feud with Gail Kim over the affection of Bryan, and both twins would become heels for the first time. Nikki wouldn't get her big moment until April of 2012, when in a match against Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship, and totally on her own, without the help of twin magic at all, she would win her first championship belt, the Divas Championship. Nikki's reign wouldn't last long though. Brie lost her belt after attempting twin magic at Extreme Rules. The following Raw, they announced their departure from the company, deciding not to renew their contracts. The Bellas would make a return March of 2013, and Nikki won her second championship in October of 2014, defeating AJ Lee. Nikki held the title for over 301 days, beating AJ Lee's record of 295 days. Her title reign would come to an end in September of 2015 against Charlotte Flair. After this, she took some time off and was recovering from a neck injury. She had to retire her signature move, the Rack Attack, but she began to train with fellow wrestler and her sister's husband, Daniel Bryan, and learned a new finishing move. In 2016, she would reappear on SummerSlam as a heel and competed with Natalya and Alexa Bliss against Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella, with Nikki helping her team get the victory, which reestablishing her as a babyface. Nikki then went on to have a very successful 2016 and 2017 year.
WWE started a show called Total Divas, July 28, 2013, starring Nikki Bella as one of the wrestling superstars in the show. Total Divas was a show to give viewers, specifically women who did not have an interest in WWE, a deep dive into the female WWE superstars, both wrestling and normal lives. Stars such as Natalya, Naomi, aka Trinity, Nia Jax, and many more other women. Nikki Bella was on Total Divas throughout 2013 all the way to 2019. The show lasted 6.5 years, from July 28th, 2013 to December 10th, 2019. Nikki Bella was also dating one of the most well-known male WWE superstars, John Cena, throughout 2012 all the way to 2018. Total Divas showcased their relationship a lot through their ups and downs of their relationship. In 2017, John Cena proposes to Nikki Bella at WrestleMania 33. They both call off the engagement due to the fact that Nikki wanted kids and John did not want any at all. So John and Nikki break up and decide to go their separate ways. After John Cena, Nikki Bella wanted to find love again. She found one guy in 2020 named Artem Shimvisky. Sorry if I pronounced this name wrong. Both Artem and Nikki Bella had a baby boy named Matteo. They decide to get married in 2022, but Nikki Bella and Artem decide to get a divorce. Their relationship was cut short due to the fact that Artem was on arrest due to suspicion of domestic violence. Artem and Nikki also had a lot of relationship issues, so they took a lot of breaks apart from each other. They officially split 2024. The divorce was finalized in November. Artem's case of domestic violence was dropped. Before they got divorced, they also had a restraining order on each other. But for their divorce settlement, they decided to drop it. Nikki Bella left her in-ring career 2019. Nikki Bella and her twin sister Brie started a podcast called The Bellas Podcast on March 27th, 2019. Nikki and her sister Brie talk about on their podcast their lives as being a mother, sisters, and TV personalities, and multiple more other things. Nikki Bella was also starred on multiple other shows such as Total Divas, Total Bellas, WWE Raw, game shows, and many other more shows. But on February 1st, 2025, Nikki Bella returns to WWE in the Women's Royal Rumble. 2 weeks ago, on June 9th, 2025, Nikki Bella returns to Raw and talks about how wonderful the women's industry is, and how many women such as Io Sky and Rhea Ripley and multiple other more women have also made it what it is today. But then Nikki Bella was interrupted by Liv Morgan, and Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan get into a heated altercation about how Nikki did not say Liv's name when she was bringing up all the women's industries. But then as soon as Nikki Bella turns around to leave, Liv Morgan hits her with a sneak attack right after Nikki said something about Dominic Mysterio and Roxanne Perez. Nikki Bella decides to stay and return to the WWE women's industry. This is not the end of Nikki Bella. We can't wait to see what other things Nikki plans to do with her wrestling career.